A year since the start of the pandemic, and Ohioans are still feeling the pinch of that other plague. We're talking about unemployment.
Initially overwhelmed by jobless claims, the state of Ohio is now working to combat an onslaught of fraudulent claims that have already cost the state hundreds of millions of dollars. Here's Chief Investigative Reporter Bennett Haberly.
I have a DoorDash order.
When COVID closed down everything, including restaurants temporarily, Doe Carter was worried.
I was scared. We always just say, let's take a breather, let's see what's going on.
The worst pandemic in generations shuttered businesses, led to layoffs, and disrupted life as we know it. Carter, who goes by Miss Doe, had 5 employees quit and leaned on family to keep her business open.
I told my colleagues the other day, I'm like, 2020 wasn't a year, it was a decade.
Oh my God, it was awful.
Ms. Doe hasn't been able to use her food truck in nearly a year and has kept her business going with carryout orders. But now she finds herself dealing with another issue, notifications from the state asking her to verify that she's laid off employees. Doe says the claims are bogus.
You know, like 25 and 30 of them, and I'm like, oh my God, what is this? And I come to find out it was unemployment claims that people were claiming that they worked here.
It's also happening down the street at Jay's Sweet Treats and Wedding Cakes.
So we're getting on average 4 to 5 claims a week. Some of them are coming from the same people.
Owner Joanna Williams says she's written to the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services, telling the agency the claims are bogus. 10 Investigates found the same thing happening at this engineering consulting firm, which received hundreds of jobless notifications. And it's not just businesses. Individuals like Jan Sell are getting them too.
You know, if people are getting away with our hard-earned money, that pisses me off.
ODGFS says it's working to combat the issue, flagging 100,000 suspected fraudulent claims in December before they went out. In the last week of February, the department flagged another 21,000. But the damage has been done. The state has already paid out at least $330 million in bogus jobless claims. This report, filed last month by the U.S. Department of Labor's Office of Inspector General, identified nearly $5.5 billion worth of fraudulent unemployment benefits paid to individuals with Social Security numbers filed in multiple states.
I mean, it's a lot of money.
It's a huge amount of money.
Blake Hall, the CEO of the cybersecurity company ID.me, says it's hard to stay ahead of online scammers.
And it really is a game of cat and mouse where we're just going back and forth, where we put in new controls, they adapt, we put in new controls, they adapt, they switch from like one program to another. That program has different identity and eligibility rules, and it's just, on and on. And it just shows no signs of stopping as long as, COVID is raging across our economy and the stimulus continues.
The department's website is effectively broken.
Last spring, when the state was overwhelmed with claims, state lawmakers grilled the director of ODGFS on its antiquated computer system.
Your department says, well, we can't help it because we're getting so many phone calls. Well, the reason you're getting so many phone calls is because your website's broken.
The state is now spending more money to address this issue, but Director Kim Henderson is stepping down. After recently getting married, she's relocating to North Carolina.
It's truly been an honor to serve on your cabinet.
Bennett Haberly, 10 TV News.